Hi. So as I mentioned previously, I'm a pretty slow reader, and I've not been reading a lot of YA books for my whole life. I only read middle grade books from like 2nd grade when I started reading, all the way to halfway through 6th grade. So there's so many series that I want to read, and so I picked a couple off my shelf that I have actually got the first book in, but I have still not read. There's many unfinished series that I have. Looking at my bookshelf, there's a lot. But here's some of the ones that I haven't even started yet. First on top of our thing is actually not YA, but I thought I would include it because I have all the books. And that is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. This book is huge, first off. So my dad read all these books, and if my dad can read all the books, then I surely can, because it takes him forever to finish a book. All of them, he gave me this bind up. It's huge, it's heavy, it's the biggest book on my shelf actually. And I do really want to read it because I have watched all the Chronicles of Narnia movies, I love them all, but I still have not read the books. So I do plan on doing that. It basically, if you don't know what the Chronicles of Narnia is about, where have you been? It's like about this world called Narnia, these kids, and there's a wardrobe, and there's a lion, there's a witch. I just named off the title of the book. Next on our stack over here is The Diviners by Liva Bray. I've tried to read this book many times actually, but I could never get into it, and I'm eventually just going to read it even if I don't feel like I'm into it, because I hear it is a little bit slow, but it turns out to be a very good book. I bought the book, it was on sale for like $6 for the pretty cover, the first cover. Even if I don't end up liking this book, can we talk about the cover of this book? Cause like this is the prettiest thing I've ever seen. So this book is about this girl named Evie O'Neill who is a diviner. Yeah, I don't really know much about this book, but I do know that it was pretty and it was on sale. The next book here is a book that I was actually going to read, but instead I started another book series. And that is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I've been wanting to read this book since I kind of got introduced to fantasy in YA, and yes, and it sounds so good. Still have not read it. I actually don't know much about this book either, I just know that has to do with angels and demons and Satan. And the back of it, like the back of the book, says nothing about it. Just says, who is the daughter of Smoke and Bones? And I've watched book trailers, I still can't really get a grasp on what it's about. But I would definitely start this book soon because it costed $13. It was on sale. And I should have just bought it on Amazon. The next book here is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Again, I was gonna read this book next, but I picked up, on my pile of books here, Illuminae instead. But I'm definitely gonna get to reading this book too. This book was also on sale. There's a lot of sales at my local bookstore, which I can't name because it's local only. So The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater is about this girl named Blue Sargent who has a clairvoyant mother, and she's always been told her whole life that she's going to kill her true love. Or her true love's gonna die, something like that. And she meets the Raven Boys who kind of convince her that there might actually be a such thing as true love. There is, one of them's probably gonna die. I don't know much about that book either. I don't know much about like any of these books except for the last one. And that is probably the most popular book series in this whole pile, which is Divergent by Veronica Roth. So I've read the first book in the Hunger Games series. Haven't actually finished the Hunger Games series. Divergent. I've watched Divergent and Insurgent. I didn't really care much for Insurgent, the movie. Hoping the book's better. I'm gonna read it. Divergent is definitely not one of my favorite, YA movies, even though it's originally a book. And I hope that the book is better than the movie. I liked the movie again, but it definitely was not my favorite. So I hope that the book is a lot better. So this book is about Tris Pryor, who lives in this dystopian universe, this corrupt society. Very cliche, I know. Split into factions. I can't remember all their names. Abnegation, Amity, Candor, Dauntless, and Erudite. All kind of considering on your personality. You get tested, you get to pick what faction you're going to go into. And Tris picks Dauntless, but she is a divergent. So those are a whole bunch of popular book series that I have not started. And yes, if you want to see more videos from me, make sure to like and comment and stuff.
Cassie, what are you doing? Do you want to come up here?